they start looking for a reason. If that goes up as no try, they look at it once, dismiss it, and then we're back on the field.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was a try.
No.
So Wakey were lucky there. On the flip side, you've got to talk about the break, haven't you, of old Tupu? I mean,
great try. Try.
Was it a great try or was it bad defence? It was probably a bit of both, but
he forced the bad defence on them with, he's got all the skills in his locker to have released men either side of himself, so poor young Walker didn't have much of a choice there, and his choice certainly didn't want to be to get absolutely trampled over, so he managed to avoid that.
No.
Which I think is a
man
sign
with his concussion record.
Yeah, it's a sign of a kind of. Yeah, I was reading a quote from the famous mercurial French fullback Puig Hubert, and I'm deliberately pronouncing it however I want to, so that Alan Walker will get in touch and tell me it was wrong, because whatever I do, I can't pronounce anything right for him. But anyway, basically saying he wasn't there to tackle. He was there to entertain, sort of thing, and that I kind of thought maybe young Walker's got a sense that I'm not there to make every tackle because he didn't make that one, but he was put in a difficult position.
He's only going to get himself trampled by somebody 5 stone heavier and running at a considerable velocity. He's not going to come out the best on that one, is he?
No, exactly.
So discretion is the better part of valor on that one.
But Leeds got strokes of luck too, didn't they? I mean, Jacob Miller's field goal attempt hitting the inside of the post and bouncing out, that was crushing. The Richie Myler try, I mean, on a plate from some sloppy Wakey ball handling. There was sloppy handling from both from both sides at times, but really benefited from that one did Leeds.
Yeah, and obviously the second half it became again the same thing. I can understand this one becoming more and more kind of tense. Obviously the weather doesn't help, but they're bound to. Yeah, they're bound to. Certainly Leeds. They're getting desperate.
It's two sides out of form. In reality, if we're being honest about it, and that's those conditions, that sort of tension, and the fact that they've got players who aren't quite trusting their skills, kind of leads to a bit of lapse in execution. That Sutcliffe pass to Briscoe with about a minute to go or whatever it was, or minute and a half to go or so, when Leeds were looking like they were going to have 2 or 3 tackles to set up a drop goal attempt. They really aren't delivering in that aspect of the game. It's bound to come from at some point that they'll get that kind of sorted out, but they're the poorest side in the league at getting themselves in position to clinch a game late on this season, which is not the Leeds Rhinos of our youth, let's say, but of our 20s, if we're being honest.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anything more to add on this one? Anyone stand out for you in particular? The hookers. Do you think they had good games on both sides of the field? Anyone else you want to mention at all?
Well, yeah, I mean, as you said, Carl Wood always seems to give him a bit of a start when he comes on, but I think that's what an interchange hooker's there to do. That's their job description. So if you're not noticing them for doing that, then they're almost not performing. We talked about Tupu. I mean, he's you mentioned it on a couple of weeks ago. He's probably a shoe-in for the dream team, whatever, isn't he? So he's been great, and they relied on a touch of class from him in the end, really.
Yeah. Okay. Stats then. This game had more dummy half runs than any other so far this season, 60, mostly by Leeds, 38, and largely by Brad Dwyer, 14, as he got back into the lead side with Parcell injured. Stats were close in terms of metres and tackle success. Leeds did make more breaks, 6-3, but had 2 more errors and gave away 2 more penalties to negate that. Individually, Ryan Hall a try, 156 metres, 2 clean breaks. He's certainly going to be putting in the effort in and is closing down time at the Leeds Rhinos. Ash Hanley a try assist, 102 metres, 2 clean breaks. Adam Cuthbertson 41 tackles and 117 metres, working hard there both ways. Brad Singleton 53 tackles, 19 of which were marker tackles. Boy, this bloke is flogging himself in defence at the moment for the Rhinos' cause, even if it's not always effective. He's certainly putting the effort in. The away side in this one, Bill Tupu a try, 6 tackles, 179 metres. We've spoken about him already quite a bit, and definitely nailed on dream team at this stage for me. Him and Percival being the centres. Kyle Wood 1 try assist, 40 tackles and 5 tackle busts, so big performance from him both ways.
That is big, yeah.
For a little bloke as well. He's a little hooker. He's not a robust chap. Tinarawa Rona 121 metres and Paulie 5 tackle busts and 107 metres gave good impetus off the bench for the Trinity side. Okay, moving on to Saturday's final game of the round. It was Widnes 24, Hull Kingston Rovers 26. In a reversal by the looks of things to the other action that we'd seen this weekend, because it was only 2-6 at half time. Very close first half. 2-8 actually, sorry. 4,469. Tim Grant was the referee, I think, in this one, wasn't he? Well, that's what I've got here, but
that's what I've got noted.
Someone else.
I'll believe you.
And yeah, we've got one.
Oh, hang on a minute. No, it says Liam Moore here.
Yeah, I think that's wrong. I don't think he refereed 2 games on back-to-back days. Do you want to give us the fan review we got in? We only got one in for this game, and it was from a Widnes fan.
It was. So Paul O'Brien says, some positives from the Vikings. Ashwell Bolt and Buckley played well and scored some great tries. Silly mistakes cost us a win today. We need to cut out players pretending to be injured. Tickle walked 15 metres to sit down in front of the ref to fake injury. Ref played on and he ran back to the defensive line. The RFL need to sort it out ASAP.
God, it's Sarah's soapbox, and what can it be for Paul? What's some alliteration there? Paul's plinth.
Paul's plinth is beautiful. Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, those two are teaming up anyway on this one. But everyone agrees completely. It does. I've only read the match review. I've not seen anything of the game, but I've only read the match review, and it does seem like Widnes did have a really good opportunity to get off the losing slide, but it's a really hard habit to break, it seems. But the young kids obviously did play well. Ashwell Bolt in at fullback again, and young Buckley on the wing, both showing up well for them, so that's promising signs for them. A couple of other youngsters that we'll get to in the stats roundup as well in Chapel and Craven working hard, so there's positive signs from that aspect of things, but that's not what's gonna. It feels like that's not going to be enough. I don't know. It just feels like that's not going to be enough. Some young kids showing some flashes of skill and enthusiasm, but it was close in this one, but no cigar. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen the tries, and I would totally concur with it in terms of Ashwell Bolt and Buckley. In terms of their tries, they took them well. I haven't seen the tickle incident, so I can't say, but I'll stand on Paul's plinth with him and agree. Yeah, I mean, I say losing's a habit, isn't it? Unfortunately, Hull KR had to win, even if it's just a mathematical chance at this moment. It's still a chance. And you know they just had enough in the end just to get the 2 points that they needed. So they're gonna go on, and they at least they've got something to play for next week, if nothing else, even if it's just trying to maintain a semblance of form before they hit the middle eights. Yep.
Well, it looks like they're getting some sort of form out of the important players again, Maguire and Lunt in particular. So that's a positive for Hull KR. Moving forward. Okay, individually, stats as teams. Ultimately, it was just one missed goal that separated the sides. Stats lent slightly in the losing side's favour, other than Other than that, missed kick and errors. Widnes losing that count 16-12. Widnes just edged meters and average gain and won on tackle success too. It was even in tries, breaks and penalties as well. So unfortunate close loss for Widnes. We could have had 3 draws in one round. That would have been exciting. Individually, for the winning Robins, Adam Quinlan, a try assist, 130 metres. He is now officially the captain of the bottom 4 dream team if he's going to end up in that position. We had a potential bottom 4 dream team sent in to us by Tom, who's a Hull KR fan, and I'll try and put that into next week's show. So if anyone else wants to think up some, we might have it all sealed by next week as well, the bottom 4. So a bottom 4 dream team is what we want to celebrate the successes amid the miserable failure of going into the qualifiers. Justin Carney 143 metres, Will Oakes 137 metres. I think did he grab a try as well, Will Oakes? Have I missed that? No, he did not.
No.
But still, good work from both wingers. For the losing side, Ollie Ashall-Bolt, a try, 8 tackles, 172 metres, 2 clean breaks. Gil Dudson, 137 metres. Jay Chapelhow, 42 tackles. And Danny Craven, 1 try and 2 try assists. Standings then. Saints League grows to 8 points at the top, but Wigan stay second, Castle stay third, and Warrington stay fourth. Those top 4 have earned the extra home game in the top 8. Hull FC now can't make that top 4 before the split, and but they're safe in the top 8 though. That no danger of them slipping out. The next 3, Wakefield, Catalan and Huddersfield, they're all on 19 points after these draws that have occurred this weekend. Wakefield have the positive points difference and Huddersfield have the hugely negative points difference, although those on 19 points. Leeds, they're on 16 points and need help from those above them to avoid the qualifiers. Hull KR have 15 points and still have an outside chance too of making that top 8. Salford joined bottom place Widnes as being confirmed in the qualifiers. Yeah, so we sort of mentioned Leeds have got the kind of easier running with, in theory, with Widnes and Salford. Do you think that's going to be... I mean, we're going to get to the game reviews later, but just on that, do you think Hull KR are done, probably, and Leeds, it's too much?
Hull KR are done. Leeds, this is the thing, obviously, they are the two... If you were going to choose 2 games to play, then these are probably the 2 games you'd play. So you've got to assume that Leeds will get to 20. But I can't see. I'm not sure who the other 3 have got. But I can't see all of them messing up to that degree. I don't know. This is the thing. You assume
Catalans have got a home game against Salford and then an away game at Wigan. Wakefield, Trinity.
Yeah.
I can't remember who their last game of the season is, and I can't remember who Huddersfield's last game of the season is. Hull Kingston Rovers obviously have got Hull FC in the derby to play yet, so that's going to be an interesting one. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the picture will be clearer when we do our preview and predictions for next week later on in the show. Predictions and Super and Dream Team updates on where we've been at this week, though. I got 3 out of 6. The draws scuppered a couple of those games. 87 is my cumulative score. The co-hosts ran by Sarah last week got 2 out of 6. Her own side letting her down there was the difference maker. 83 is the cumulative score, so the gap widens in my favour. Super Brew, Hutch stays top. Saints fan Peter Norton wears the yellow cap this weekend though, so well done to Peter, and do get in touch, Peter, with your fan reviews of the Saints games and any other game you see as well. In the Dream Team, Alan Bagley stays top, and he had a return to form this week, which he needed because he was starting to see that league getting eaten into, but he had the best in the league weekly score of 664 this week, so well done to Alan. That is the Super League well and truly covered. We're now going to move on to other results from around the world of rugby league. Okay, other results time, sponsored by jkmartwork.com. Check out jkmartwork.com, where you can buy prints, canvases and more of James's stadium paintings, All UK Super League clubs are covered, and a couple of clubs outside Super League 2, as well as football stadiums, cricket grounds and more. JKM Artwork can help you find the perfect gift for the sports fan in your life. Round 21 as well in the Championship it was this week.